Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morganon. Bid you all welcome back to Elex. So, before we start off today, I wanted to apologize to my friend Nuku. For the record, I basically binged a whole bunch of episodes of this a while back, and I haven't caught up on the uploads yet. But I think I'm recording this the night that episode 36 goes live. And this is episode 45 now, so I'm still well behind. And I wanted to apologize to my friend Nuku, because I mixed him up with somebody else. He's the one who actually informed me that energy weapons do better against, the mechanical enemies, like the fighting colossi, which was something I knew. I just didn't really test how effective it was, so just wanted to say, sorry for mixing you up, and thank you for the tip. But also, he has suggested that the reason that the effect of the Poacher's Amulet, or the Friend of Beasts ability, is a little spotty, is he believes that, basically, non-mechanical, or there's a difference between, like, animals and mutants in this game. I just kind of lumped everything into mutants because everything is technically a mutated creature versus their terrestrial counterparts. But, yeah, basically, things that are sort of naturally mutated by the environment are not considered mutants, and mutants are enemies who kind of have, like, a mechanical, sort of augment on them. So things like rot boars, the Molochs, the terror birds, those will all... None of those are affected by the Friend of Beasts ability, but the Friend of Beasts ability supposedly affects monsters who are your level or lower. So that's why at some point the raptors stopped attacking me too. But basically the mutants are not ever going to be affected by it. Which also kind of explains why a lot of people still refer to some of these as mutants, and other people refer to them as beasts, because they are differentiating between the two. And I thought it was a little weird that people were calling them mutants when this is just what the things have been. But it also begs the question, like, who is making these mutants? Because obviously these mutants are not putting machine parts on themselves, and they can't breed with that sort of thing being... it's not like those mechanics are genetic in that they're passing it on to their offspring. So somebody's still got to be making these things if they're still, like, around. So I don't know. If that ever does get... Shut up, crony. If that ever does get, like, clarified, just give me, like, a yes or no answer in the comments. If it's ever confirmed if somebody is still making these mutants, like, experimenting on them, and if that ever really gets a satisfying answer. But anyway, there's a couple things I did off screen. I kind of just consulted guides to give me a lead on what to do for certain things that I just didn't feel like I was ever going to figure out. We're going to head back to Abessa to figure out what to do with this key that the bartender gave us. But we're also back here in the Valley of the Damned on the hunt for our friend Drogue, who is just around the corner there. I wasn't really sure I wanted to do this because I did do it off screen, and it's kind of annoying what happens, but basically it doesn't really amount to much at all. Well, we're just going to get out of the way so I have it, confirmed that I did it. But while exploring around here, I found this weapon, Gaia's Wrath, which really is not that great, and it requires a lot of constitution. It might be good if we were able to put some stuff in the sockets, but I don't think it's ever really going to be that special, so I'm not fussed. Anyway, so this thing turns out a little bit weird. So we got our friend Drogue, who's just sitting there, and for some reason he's got two berserkers guarding him. I don't know why these two berserkers are here, and how they got past all the other exiles who were, like, immediately hostile to everything we did here. And it's weird that he specifically gets armed guards. But we're going to see that this kind of makes this a little awkward. But let's just have at it.
You show your face here?
I do.
I was thrown out of Goliath because of you, you bastard.
Well, maybe if you weren't such a dick.
I shouldn't kill you right here.
What are you talking about?
Should I help you jog your memory? You went on a stealing spree in Goliath and put the gear in my chest. You framed me. Think you're so smart? How's this for smart? You turned up by Goliath just after the Albrader crashed. They never did find the pilot, did they? I wonder why that is.
The dead don't talk.
You killed me when you had me sent out here. I've got nothing more to lose. Pay me, or I'll take them from your corpse.
It's not me who'll die here.
We'll see about that. I'll cut him down!
Alright, I wanted to see if that would actually do anything, but yeah, basically these two guards, for some reason, come to his aid. And we have no choice but to fight him. Which is kind of weird because it's considered murder to kill them. And one of them does not fight. I noticed this last time. It was actually the other guy who didn't fight us.
Yeah, not now, alright?
So this guy doesn't help out, so we don't have to deal with him, but he spotted me, the non-hostile guard spotted me last time fighting the other one, killing him. And killing these guys apparently counts as murder, because it said that I was seen committing murder. But I wanted to see if that actually, like, was true, and I went back to Goliath to talk to Ragnar, and he never told me that I had to, like, pay a fine or penance or anything. So I think it's just considered murder to kill Drogue because he was in the village at some point, and for some reason that prompt still comes up, even though he's no longer flagged as a citizen of Goliath, basically. So that's really all that comes out to. I tried threatening him to see if that would spare him, but the other option, he basically continues to try and blackmail us. But we never... I don't think it... You know, I think it does give us the option to pay him. But, like, what the hell's he gonna do with it out here? At any rate... he basically threatens to let everyone in Goliath know who we are. And, obviously... he never really gets that chance, because either you pay him for his silence or you kill him. And, frankly, I don't know how his word has any weight in Goliath and how he's ever getting a message back there, because he's stuck here. And that's just how that works. But it matters not. Anyway, while I was going back to Goliath to speak with Ragnar and see if anything happened, I noticed something else. You may remember that I kind of mused over the fact that finding the pilgrim out in the ruins in the valley, he just kind of brushed us off. And I was actually told by my friend Dan's Queen that if you Crony, you're distracting me. I'm trying to have a chat with my viewers here. If you continue to press him, he will actually get hostile. And I think the reason he didn't is because Kaya kind of, like, calmed him down. But I guess he will attack you. And if you kill him, I don't know what happens. But at any rate, he just brushes us off now, so that we never really make him hostile. But turns out we can actually talk to Ragnar about him.
I met Thorold. He wasn't exactly communicative.
You met him? Well, then you are truly honored. He might not be a man of many words. That is because he is focused on his task. If he didn't wish to talk, it is because of the work he is undertaking. You must judge the man by his achievements. When he has completed his retreat, I am certain you will understand what our world owes him.
We shall see. So, yeah, still very anticlimactic. Oh well, I guess it is what it is. For the record, I did try and go back and fight those Reavers who were outside the camp here, which I guess we still have something we need to do here. I gotta remember what it is. So we'll research on that. But yeah, those Reavers trying to hold up that one Cleric. That one leader is still invincible. I have no idea what to do about him. But it is a pain in the ass. Now, if you remember, we met a beggar here and paid him a handful of shards, and he said he would come back to us with some information at some point. I think he's still sitting here, so let's see if he's got anything new.
Ah, here you are now. I've not forgotten your philandering nature.
That's not the word.
So, could you help some friends of mine? They can offer you more than information, but you'll need to put some shards up first. Trust me, if I had the shards, I'd invest. But then if I had the shards, I wouldn't eat cardboard to stop feeling hungry, would I? But really, give them the shards. They'll make you rich.
How can they make me rich if they need me to pay them?
All right, but don't try and cheat me.
No. Really, you're right to trust these guys. Come back tomorrow, right?
Okay, I guess we'll pay him a visit tomorrow. I get the feeling he's gonna be constantly trying to fleece us for stuff with, like, promises, you know, I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today kind of thing.
So annoying.
I might humor him a little bit longer, but he's gonna bleed us dry of shards at this rate. So the mystery key that we got from the barkeep, I'd seen this trapdoor before and wondered if we were ever gonna get to open it. I just figured it was something static, but no, it turns out that it does have something to do with this key, and that the way to open it is up here. I did consult a guide for this. I'm ashamed that I didn't find it myself, but I was not digging through all this to try and find it, because I ain't got time for that. But while I was looking around to try and figure out exactly where it was, because I just read somewhere that there was a mechanism on one of these walls. I don't even remember where it is at this point, but there's like weird... Here it is. There's these weird things that are sort of like tourist guides to this city for some reason, that I assume are put up by the clerics, but I guess they're just scattered about. They're...
At the height of its
just listen.
The castle was central to a century-long feud between the Lords of the Lands to the west and the Weinstein families to the south. After changing hands on several occasions, with much bloodshed, the castle played host to peace talks. These brought about an alliance between the sides to fight a new, common enemy from the north.
So, it's incredibly vague. Frankly, any kind of museum I've ever been to is usually more specific with names and dates, but I guess Piranha Bytes didn't really want to go into that much depth. They have a tendency to make continuity errors when they try to get that specific anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, so I guess this was a fortified castle at some point in, like, ancient history. And they really jumped ahead a few hundred years to talk about, I guess this city must have, or this fortress must have been the seat of the Council of Magalan that agreed to the peace between the factions. So that's why I assume she was referring to at the end there. Anyway, we need to open this mechanism.
That's it.
That's it. So I question how they managed to rig up this contraption in the walls of the Cleric Fortress to operate this thing down here. But let's see what mysteries it hides. Some kind of treasure or a secret society? We shall see. It was looking a bit like the Thieves' Guild of Corinus, hiding in the sewers. Very dark. Oh, it's a cleric.
The Claw will be your guide.
The Claw?
So, you're the one who helped Kara.
Holy
That
shit.
speaks well of you. Come on through. Talk to Hector. He'll answer your questions.
Wow, this gets deep.
Looking to buy something?
I don't know, what you got?
Buy or sell?
I sell, you buy. Though I do buy too, sometimes. Altogether, I'm into buying and selling things. So, if you have anything you need to offload before the original owner finds out, then you can bring those items here to me.
Okay, so I guess he buys and sells hot goods.
Ah, A few more.
but I don't think this game really differentiates between those. Modified grenade launcher 3. Well, damage is definitely up there. So is the price. Holy shit. I've never seen money like that. Yeah, well, all of his stuff is pretty typical. Apart from that. Amulet of Camouflage. Camouflage, Friend of Beast, Survival. We already have that. No, we have the Amulet of Deception. Which is basically the Camouflage and the Friend of Beasts. So, that's not a very helpful item, is it? Alright, so you ain't got shit. I guess I could sell you some of the crap we found, though. I don't need that. Axe, rusty axe. I'm holding on to all these, like, special weapons. I don't really think I need to. The Staker. Get rid of that. Daryl's Revenge. This, what I assume is a Walking Dead reference. The shotgun turned out to be shit. Laser rifle LT5. Got the warbow, which I'm still trying to get the dex for, which I actually can use that. I think I have enough points to... No, that needs 6. 6 points at 2 points apiece. Yeah, I'm not going to reach that just yet. Guess we'll go with that for now. Nice chunk of change there. We are far from reaching level 25, or 26. Holy shit, those really get expensive now. So, I don't know, we might need to find some things to bump our dexterity without investing skill points. Those are getting very precious these days. Yasma.
Hello, my name is Yasma. But before you say a word, know this. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know what your name is.
Well, for once I have one.
I'm interested in where you're from or what you're doing here. If you can remember that, then we'll get along just fine.
And what's the point of interacting if you don't want to know anything about me and haven't asked me for anything?
Why don't you want to know about me?
Who you say you are means nothing to me. I have met so many people, so many claws who have disappeared and never shown up again. I do not want to repeat that experience.
I getcha.
You might not want to know anything about me, but I want to know who you are.
There's little to say. I've lived my life on my own. One day I was robbed, seriously wounded and left to die. An outlaw by the name of Rat found me and helped me get back on my feet.
Wow, what a guy.
He told me he knew of a place where I could be safe, where I could learn the skills of a thief. In return, I would have to teach those abilities to others. That is how I came to be here. That is why I stayed.
Well, that's nice. So I guess Rat is a member of this group as well, even though he never let on. It's Liam who demonstrated his allegiance, so I guess that's how the Claw comes into play and why he knew Kata, even though she had no role in what we did.
Will you teach those skills to me?
As Darius allowed you in, I assume you're someone who could be worthy. So please, what would you like to know?
So I guess
Teach me something.
All right.
she's something like, what's her name? Cassia from the Thieves Guild in Gothic 2, but not the leader. We could learn Goldsmith, but I haven't found any recipes that actually seem valuable there. So we might not. That could be helpful. Mining 2 could also be helpful, but we don't have the strength for it. Can also get lockpicking 2. Let's just do that. I've definitely found some things that are a bit beyond our means. You'd be Darius then, I guess. No, you're Hector.
I was sent to find you.
By Darius, I'm guessing.
Is Darius the barkeeper? I can't remember.
I have a lot of questions about the claws.
Who are you?
My name is Hector. I am the leader of our network of the disinfected. Factions
Disinfected?
work for themselves, don't they? All obedience and little reward. I was in the fort in Tavar when the Duke took it from Baxter. One new master to replace the old, and so I thought, why continue like that? So the Claws were born. Whatever faction, whatever land, we are everything and everywhere, and we reward all. Welcome to the Claws.
It was interesting how many different groups sort of branch and just come together from the main factions to do their own thing, and everyone acts like they're so damn unique.
What is this place?
This is our headquarters, the center of our operations. Well, that's a bit formal. It's more a place that people can come and make contact. We arrange deals, we reward. Here we pledge to work with each other and to keep the word of the Claws.
Who are the Claws?
We are an independent group, dedicated to redistributing wealth to ourselves.
You mean you're thieves?
We take things, but tell me of a faction that doesn't. And they are only interested in their cause. We are an organization of independent wealth acquirers who focus on our members. We don't have ranks, and we don't care which faction you are with. We believe that the only thing that can help you survive and grow in this new world of ours is Elex.
So, who is in this network?
Oh, that you will discover as you travel across Magaland. We are everywhere. But we choose who we allow to join very carefully. None of us know about the entire network, and nobody, apart from me, knows the size of our organization. We are recognized by our mark, the Claw. Show that, and another Claw should assist you. But let's get to the real reason of your visit. Now that you know who we are, would you like to become part of our network?
Perhaps.
What are the goals of the Claws?
The factions are at war. War for land. War for resources. War for war's sake. We have no interest in their politics. We simply want to ensure that whichever side wins, our members prosper. And this place has given us somewhere to stay while the Albs and the Clerics tried to blast each other out of existence. It will give us a place to store our riches until we have enough to found a new empire and the new world that will follow. And so the question is, will you join us in this journey?
You seem very sort of self-righteous about this idea of just robbing people, but hey, maybe your plans will work out in some way. I don't know. A fourth faction of some kind, I guess, wouldn't be too ridiculous.
What do you think will happen to your secret network when I tell the clerics you're here?
It seems a mistake.
I didn't mean to say that.
A pity. And it seems... So,
Fuck! I didn't know that's what...
So, you want to fight?
Why did quick save there? I didn't know that's what he was gonna do. I didn't know that's what I was setting up to say. Now I gotta talk to everybody again. God damn it. Don't pick the last one. So I thought he was just saying, what do you think that will happen if the clerics find out you're here? I didn't realize that I was suggesting I would tell them. Which obviously is a very bad idea.
I want to join you.
Good. I had heard of you through our network and hoped you would choose to join us. Here, take this claw.
I already have one.
Demonstrate to others that you are now one of us. Now, if you wish, I will tell you how things run around here.
Sewer rat.
Tell me how things work here.
Very well. Our system is built in a way that allows you to continue working when nobody is here. Do you see the chests over there? When we are given an assignment, we will place it in one of those chests. Take a job, steal the desired object, and bring it back to one of our drop boxes.
Where can I find your drop boxes?
You can find them in all the cities, from the Hort to Goliath. You'll find them disguised as garbage cans. Place your target objects in there. And if you need equipment to help you and can't steal it from anywhere, then you can buy it from Grizu.
Okay, sounds fair enough.
How do I get paid for assignments?
As soon as one of our people has picked up the goods...
Wrong subtitle.
Boxes, you will find your payment in your chest. We each have our own chest. You must leave the others untouched. So, go and get yourself a job from the chest and get going. Good luck.
Glad he had one prepared for me when he didn't even know I was coming. So it's Hector's, Yasma's, Xander's, picatas. Mine. Why is mine so small? Tales of a mission for the Claws Oren. Okay, so this is an interesting way to do quests. I've never done anything quite like this before. Oren, the tavern keeper from Medan, doesn't just have the good beer. He also has a stash of supplies. He keeps the key for the stash on him. Well, I don't know how to pick pockets. So already we've hit an impasse. That's interesting. I wonder how long these quests run for. So we probably could have found another way in. I don't quite know where this drops off. I think it would have been pretty easy to get here just by dropping in and jetpacking. So no way you're getting up from below, so you have that advantage. But, yeah, I wonder what would have happened if we found another way here. And none of this is flagged as forbidden. So I'm curious. Archon's Might. Energy weapon. Requires a lot of intelligence. Damage is not impressive. But it does have a socket. So, I'm one of yous now. Not that you care. Oh, you're Darius.
I found the secret entrance.
So I saw. Where did you get the key?
From Vito, the barkeeper from the Dome City.
So, you stole the key? Huh, not bad.
No, he gave it to me, you dork. He invited me. Oh, whatever. Now, it's funny how the light on the ground is flickering, but the actual, like, fluorescent tubes are not. For a second, I thought it might have just been, like, a visual glitch. Hello, Reto. You know, Crony, your flashlight really is not that helpful if you refuse to point it in the direction I'm going. This is a very deep system of tunnels here. I wonder if there's anything good down here. Oh, I guess there's another way in. Yeah, I wonder if this would have been one of those cases where, like, if you got down here just by finding the entrance, that alone would have been like, oh, you passed the test. Yeah, I guess you can join us. So, where are we? Okay, that was Rock's farm there. Maybe we could have found a way up, but again, this isn't another tunnel we could have easily dropped to if we knew where it was. So maybe in some future playthrough I'll give that a shot. Try and sneak in here and see what they do. Alright, well, that mystery is solved. This guy moved. It makes me think he's gonna try and talk to me about something.
Carry on.
Nope. Okay, you don't have anything yet. I get the feeling he's part of that group. He's kind of one of those people who just measures up potential applicants. Let's talk to Vito. Yeah, I can't talk to Vito.
Do you want to?
Guess he doesn't really give a shit. But it is what it is. Alright, well, that's done. Let's go back to food for the clerics. I don't remember what he said. He was like dismissive about us actually making arrangements with them.
Recommend caution. Confusing and brittle terrain.
But I thought that was kind of the idea, that we didn't just steal it, but we got a regular supply going.
Have a safe journey.
I don't know. Maybe I just have to go back. Because it didn't seem like he was actually going to provide regular shipments. But let's go have a chat with what's-her-face. No, I guess not. That's kind of annoying. Wasn't that the plan? I'm confused. Okay, so he gave us that note, I guess. I don't know why I didn't remember that. So I guess he was inviting us to take the stuff. Where are you? Okay, well. Where's the what's-it? $9981-1758-1455. I'm not gonna remember those. God damn it. Try this one first. No. Damn it all.
That didn't work.
Okay. 1758.
That didn't work.
Okay. 1455.
I'm in.
Good. Did you yoink it? Where were the other packs? Over yonder. Oh, there's another dude here.
Are you looking for a place to stay?
Sure. Why not?
You, my friend, will survive. You, my friend, realize the power of rest. You can use the beds in our storeroom anytime you want. Sleep, relax, dream of freedom.
Yeah, dreaming doesn't really solve problems, does it?
Well, you've been walking around for a while now. I smell like a dead troll, sweated so much. This freedom is fucking hard work.
Why did you come to Ignadon?
To escape the past.
The past?
The wrong friends, the wrong goals, the wrong life. Anything's better than spilling blood for profit. That just means the people who send you to do it and put a price on your life. That's all the reason I need. That's all I have to say.
Alright, well, good for you, giving up that terrible, terrible lifestyle. Okay, so you must be... I'm gonna go with the second option first. Wrong. 8. Juan. Okay, a lot of smokes in there. Blue gemstone, I'll have it. That leaves 1758.
I'm in.
Quest complete. So I guess he was offering... I don't know why. I felt like his dialogue was kind of dismissive. I don't remember him saying we could take this stuff, but maybe I'm just not smart. Oh, they killed a lot of things out here. I don't remember hearing any of these fights. I'll take this while it's here, so we can make more of that bone soup. We got a lot of teeth. I don't know if we ever used teeth for anything. So it's weird how they did the animal trophies skill in this game. Where just like leveling it up incrementally just gets you more rewards each time. But like, you don't get to pick what items you learn how to take. Like the first one just gets you like random crap. The second level gets you, you know, animal skins and that sort of thing.
Say, did I congratulate you yet?
What?
For what?
For stretching your claws.
Ooh.
Ah, so you are.
I am.
Wow, that's very almost seductive sounding.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Horde?
Well, take a look at this. Reinhold has sent you to investigate, has he? Well, that works well for both of us. Remember? You promised to take care of some business for me. You owe me a favor.
No, the asshole gave me the fake pass, owes you a favor.
I want you to tell Reinhold that Siegfried is the chem dealer.
Why should I do that?
He's a suspect, isn't he? So there you are. He's a cagey guy. Doesn't share his business. He needs re-education. So you can report back that it's him. Job done. Turning him in will help you and help me too. Trust me, the Horde doesn't need traders selling unregulated goods. So I want you to report back that this trader, Siegfried, is the dealer. Say he's guilty. Job done. And I'll know you've done the Horde a favor.
And what if I don't do that?
I don't think you'll make that choice. That wouldn't be helpful for anyone. But the decision is up to you. If I find out that you accused Siegfried, then I will be satisfied. If I find out you didn't, well, I'm sure we don't need to consider that possibility. Here's the report I've compiled. This is as far as I got with my personal investigation. I think reading that will show you the wisdom of simply reporting Siegfried now. Good luck.
That's sketchy, and I knew he would end up something like Canthar, trying to get us to turn in somebody who probably did nothing wrong. Alright, anything good here? I think we pretty much got the best armor we're gonna get until we join a faction, so should stop looking for it. Well, we got one dose of evidence. Let's see if it does enlighten us in any way. Siegfried watched him from the afternoon until the morning. Hagen watched him all night. Oswald was able to observe him in the morning. Nothing abnormal. Wow, that really doesn't help at all, you dork. How's that supposed to enlighten us to anything? Got another map piece. Was that all he gave us? I don't know why he thought that that was going to help us. I mean, obviously he wasn't trying to help us. He's trying to get us to do something, but why did he think that that was tangible evidence to sway us in his favor? To say that he found nothing unusual. You're still a dick.
I have the survival packs you asked for.
They gave it to you? Will they do it again? What did they want to trade?
They wanted Alexit.
That makes sense. Then they can trade for what they need. Here, I hope that covers what you paid.
I didn't really pay much of anything.
Call us even.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope we can trade with them again. That way we might all start trusting each other.
I don't see how guys trying to make it on their own without too much, like, interaction with outsiders would benefit from just getting money. You would think that if they wanted to trade anything with these guys, it would be something more tangible. You know, like weapons and defenses and that kind of stuff to actually fortify their settlement that they're trying to keep strangers and unwelcome people out of.
Do you have some food for me?
Of course, but... Well then, if that's so, you can go. Of course.
Could buy wine, but I don't think wine is what's stopping us from making more potions. I got enough potions to last quite a while right now anyway. What else have we got? We need to report to the mechanic, I think. I think we found that. So, gotta talk to Hagen. He's in, like, the, training grounds or whatever.
Something wrong?
Nope, nothing wrong. So them's the mines, right? I don't think we've been down there yet. General shop.
Hey, is there something you're looking for?
Goods.
I'm here to trade, and I can offer you top quality for a decent price.
Do you have many customers?
Define many. Ignadon isn't exactly the center of commerce on Magaland. I have to work part-time as a miner just to keep going. But, you know, I get by all in all.
Yeah, honest work, I guess.
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly from the patrols we send out. They find all sorts of old world artifacts. And then there are the spoils of war, recovered from out there. Our enemies are a good place to get resources.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
Of course. And it's the usual crap. It's got ammunition. I don't think that's that helpful.
I want to buy some clothes.
Clothing, I have.
What most?
I don't know why I'm skipping that, sorry.
Depends on your rank. Would you want undergarments, nightwear, armor? I have a full range and a full set if it's the right size. This set belonged to a brother who now dwells in Kalan's halls. Kalan save and protect his soul. But it's perfectly fit for purpose.
Let's see what it is.
I'll take the armor.
Great. You know a good deal when you see one. Is there anything else you wanted?
Oh! Ah! So we didn't need to steal the armor after all. We just happened to find a guy who was willing to deal in plundering the deceased. So that's what we need to get Eli.
You didn't come here to pray, did you?
Says who?
The devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance. Am I right?
You have the most unique hairstyle of any woman I've seen here. It's also very stiff.
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
I don't know, you sound like you could get me in a lot of shit.
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the Prophet Arvid?
Maybe.
No. Should I have?
Oh yeah! He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how Elex could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
So it's interesting how she's turned out to be like the biggest source of like historical perspective on the clerics here, even though she's the one who seems to be kind of dismissive on their principles in a way, but seems to really respect their legacy.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly.
The infinite skies!
Some say that he rose to heaven, to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives.
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
Seems very unlikely.
I'll think about it.
Good. Great. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
So, I'm a little hesitant about this, because she is a woman named Eva looking for forbidden knowledge. So, I'm just going to put that out there.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Horde. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he?
Everybody's got to take a shit.
You could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the Clerics.
I don't think so. I've just now questioned whether or not... God damn it. Whether or not this camouflage effect from this amulet makes it harder for people to see us if we're sneaking around. I think it only applies in combat. Because I've seen enemies, like hostile enemies, call me out for sneaking before they ever even, like I even got close enough for them to acknowledge me as an enemy. I guess there's one way to kind of test this. Let's see how long it takes him to acknowledge me.
Do you think you're invisible or something?
Well, that was kind of the idea. Let's see if that actually does have any effect.
Do you think you're invisible or something?
I think it does, actually. You noticed me way further when I wasn't wearing it. So that also might be our ticket to getting Eli's axe.
Initiating area scan.
You don't need to.
Building identified as the cathedral.
Thanks. Very enlightening. It only says that in the fucking front. No, it says archive. That says cathedral. Now, we definitely got in a lot of trouble going down there, so... let's see what we can do. Chronobyte's games have never exactly been commended for their stealth mechanics. But maybe they finally figured something out. See if we can... okay, that definitely won't work. Actually, something I've noticed is that they get very dismissive of you.
Careful what you do here.
They get very dismissive of you when you're like sneaking. Almost like they like you can sort of cheat their AI by just walking past them in sneak mode because they're not gonna really acknowledge you.
State your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
Forget it. I was about to go anyway.
Then don't let me keep you. Kalan bless your path.
Okay, well, he's going down. Nope, he turns right back around. Okay, so I don't think that's really the answer. She did suggest that I try and put my name on the list. That's a console there. I don't know if we can really get into it while he's standing around.
Name added to the access.
Okay, that was pretty simple. Maybe we can do it now. Let's wait for him to come back. Unless he doesn't wanna. So he legit just stands down there.
Walt, state your business. Only
how many times?
Until you understand that only authorized personnel may enter.
Get out of the way.
The archives are restricted.
Because I'm authorized to enter.
We will see. One moment. You're right. But I don't remember seeing your name on the list beforehand. It seems you are authorized. Please enter, but I beg you, do not disturb the archivists. Remember, silence is a virtue.
Then stop talking. Well, he was very dedicated. Okay. Well, I shan't disturb them. Surprisingly easy to get down here. I thought it was going to be a lot trickier than that. But it was interesting to see that the Amulet of Deception did... the camouflage spell did have an effect in sneaking. But I don't think it worked on him because he's sort of like... He probably should still have it. He's sort of like programmed to try and catch you when you come down here. See what that's all about. Day 65 after the impact. Okay, so this wasn't long after. So that's when they started to find the Elex in their groundwater, I guess. After the comet's impact. Maybe that's how they started to figure out how to, like, extract it and make use of it. Hum-de-la-hum. I'm sure there's a great many mysteries to be solved down here. Botanist report. Don't mind me. Sample I-56 has died. None of the samples survived long without light. Sample 23 is growing slowly with the assistance of artificial light. Change in the plants. They're thriving with contaminated water. Ah, so they were thriving on the Elex. Evening. Surprised you didn't see us grab that. But hey, it must be the camouflage at work. What have we got here? Contamination has been isolated. An added benefit of the filtration process, we have separated samples for testing. Come into contact with contaminated water. Molecular structure of the alien substance. Could have found a power source. The politicians amongst us have already managed to sell it to the people. We call it Elex. They have withheld its negative effects. Suppose people need good news these days. Okay, so that must be Infinite Skies studying the stuff. War stories? Let me explain once and for all how Eric Eisenfaust defeated our mechs. Ooh, this is the mystery I wanted to know. The Berserkers began to improve their powers. They moved to plant their so-called world hearts not only in Ignadon, but in their borders and into Ignadon. Dispatched units of combat mechs to drive out this incursion, killing most of their warriors. This Eric Eisenfaust did not defeat the mechs with the power of their mana, as the Berserkers claim, is a common failure of their power supplies. Oh. That's exciting. This could have been reverse propaganda, though. It's the Cleric's trying to act very dismissive. I have to question how your entire battalion of combat mechs managed to all fail in the same way at once. Subject A5 attempted to break out. Taking mech into custody required the full efforts of the security team. No useful results. A5 is socially cold. Follows logical lines without emotion. The first of the elves. All other test subjects degenerated. Only a few of those with particularly strong mental qualities developed the same mental aptitude of subject A5. Aha. I wonder if there's like a genetic reason why some people are able to tolerate Elex with only the sort of emotional side effects and not just turning into degenerate mutants. So what was that? Something quest related. I don't see it in here. Where are this? No, I think it's just a quest item, nothing we can actually read, but I don't remember getting that quest. Let's just keep grabbing shit, I guess. Everything out here seems to be fair game. Treatise on Elex. So I'm very annoyed. My very nice SteelSeries mouse, the mouse wheel has started to squeak. It's really upsetting me. Research into the climate of the old world led to an interesting conclusion. Elex has influenced Magalan's temperature has changed our climate. The area we know as Zakor was mild, with a climate similar to that of Abessa before the comet's impact. Magalan's temperature has decreased considerably in the last few decades. The cooling process has considerably accelerated since the Owls began gathering Elex. It must, I think the Elex must work by, like, somehow being a huge conductor of thermal energy that it just absorbs it, almost like a refrigerant effect. It's able to absorb, like under the right conditions, it's able to absorb thermal energy from the environment, even beyond the point where you would think it would reach, like, thermal equilibrium, I guess. Mutations. White skin, emotionally cold, pain in extremities. We have isolated all cases and are monitoring their progress. First fatality, suicide. Different mental issues have now been observed in all subjects. Only one subject remains clear thinking. Aggression, uncontrollable strength, several personnel injured. Only subject A5 shows different development. Classified Elex as a highly poisonous substance. Subject A5 agreed to continue testing. Rational thinking not affected. Extensive physical mutations in all affected residents. Not very encouraging. Okay, we just loop back around. We still got more to find down here. It's quite the mystery. I realize this is going to be a very long episode. Just because I did not think we'd actually get in here by the end of this. I just kind of ran with it, and here we are. Calendar is essential for order in our world. The previous calendar became useless after the comet crashed in our world. After our community recovered from the catastrophe, we'll work to create a new adjusted calendar. Every believer is expected to accept Kalan's wisdom on this matter. Each year will now consist of 11 equal months. Our dates will begin on the day of the comet's impact, now called Year 0. Well, I'm glad you guys have been counting your calendar you just invented from like decades or possibly even a century before you planned on starting. Then again, we kind of did the same thing with a modern calendar anyway, didn't we? So, whatever. Cleric research documents. Okay, I realize I should be careful grabbing those. These archivists are very heavily armed. Don't worry about it. I'm allowed to be here. Be cautious. Crony, you're not really helping our stealth here. Big ol' headlamp grabbing everyone's attention. I guess this is the book. Yoink! The way to Kalan. Any good archives in here? Get up, you dork! Crying out loud. Such a short ledge and you just can't do it. Well, let's read this bad boy. It was a time of despair. I had no answers when this seized me. The reason for all these horrors evaded me and I was lost. In this dark hour, I opened myself up to Kalan in a dream. He showed me the way. We are the chosen. We will survive the test of history through technology. All we need to do is keep Kalan's commandments and the infinite skies will open to us. We must purify our souls and become dedicated to our task. It's our holy duty to bring every lost soul to the path of purity and enlightenment. The comet was sent to punish us. Kalan warned us of this. He offered salvation. Now, as the world is burning, we must find our way to earn his grace. I have learned of his great plan to renew the world, and I am here to guide those who had the strength to survive the comet that came to change us. Salvation is coming for everyone who passes Kalan's test. Walk the path, observe all of his commandments, and the infinite skies will welcome you. I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm really... God, you just mistreat the hell out of your library here. That is disgusting. I don't see any more of those cleric reports or whatever. Don't think we found them all. Obviously we needed 4 of them. But yeah, that Arvid's teachings didn't really give us any new insights. Might have been a red herring. Anyway. So, I get the feeling Arvid is basically going to be the Thorald and Baxter of the clerics. He's the one... like, the leader that we are going to find on a very specific mission. So maybe if we joined the outlaws, we would have gone looking for him.
Did you get lost?
No. And I can't find the rest of these reports. I expected they'd be down here. Maybe they're upstairs. Okay. What's this got? Discovered there are people conducting experiments with Elex in the past. There are isolated texts about it. Brothers and sisters would not understand my aims. I can see that Elex is a very special power. Okay, so that guy must have been one of the first of the Alps who wrote that there report. I'll sort out the mystery on those reports some other time. But this episode's run well over budget, so we're gonna wrap up this deal with What's-Her-Face and have done with it. Get that shit out of here. Sick of that noise.
Unbelievable. Now, I can finally read Arvid's original text. You really did me a big favor.
That will do.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I said that's enough.
Glad to help.
Oh, yeah. If I find anything interesting in these writings, I will let you know. That's the least I can do for you.
Alright.
Teach me.
Yeah?
Bookworm. Oh, I cannot imagine that helps that much. Apparently I don't really have much to learn from you anyway. I don't have the stats for any of this. So be it. Before we wrap up, let's just turn in with Hagen, I guess. Lord Hagen. Just to have one more thing finished here. Then we will call it a night. I have news.
I found out where the mutants are coming from.
So, make your report.
The mutants are coming from the northeast, as you said. They're concentrated by an Elex deposit not that far from the Horde. Your men there are dead.
That is what I feared. I will make preparations to send another unit. We have to finish those creatures before they attack again. Ah, I almost forgot. Your payment. Attention!
Okay, that startled me. Oh, I guess they're, forming up.
Listen up, men. A new Elex deposit has been discovered. This is where the mutants are massing to attack the Horde. I want you to leave immediately and secure it. Kill any mutants in all Alps you find. Secure that deposit so we can exploit it ourselves. Understood?
Yes, sir.
You're dismissed.
Okay. I think they're doomed. They don't really look equipped for the task. That was very vague instructions, but whatever. I think the reason the clerics are not winning this war too effectively is simply that they don't seem to have much idea on how to actually effectively use their manpower. They're always running off doing frivolous things. Going bull rush into suicidal situations. And let's just finish up this Godhard's delivery, I guess. Let's have one last thing wrapped up. That way, next episode we can start with new adventures. I got the goods.
I got this crate from your supplier.
You came through. If this delivery is all present and correct, it means I can finally catch up with my backlist of repairs.
Your supplier is dead.
Dead? Damn it! I've been waiting an age for those supplies. I've just got to hope someone decides to take his place soon.
I thought you wouldn't take deliveries from an outlaw.
I got the blessing for it from the powers that be. The ends justify the means in times of emergency.
Damn.
Was that everything?
Well, you still need pay. There. Take it.
What? That was garbage.
Something.
It's done.
Oh, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so that's all settled. I think next episode we're gonna deal with Eli. We still gotta get his axe, but maybe with this Amulet of Deception we can pull that off now. Guess time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very kindly for watching. And, don't forget, as usual, to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my stream archive channel. Links in the description below. We will see you all next time, so have yourselves a wonderful night.